Your mind is tired because your heart is trying to play Allah's role. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You've just been carrying something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never asked you to carry. Take a breath with me before we begin. A real one. The kind your shoulders have been waiting for all day. Because if you clicked on this video, something in you is tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. The kind of tired that lives behind your eyes when you wake up. The kind that follows you into the prayer, into the conversation, into the drive home. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe that this exhaustion is your fault. That if you were just stronger, just more disciplined, just more spiritual, you wouldn't feel this way. My dear brother, my dear sister, listen to me carefully. That belief is the first myth we have to break tonight. Most people think burnout is a productivity problem. They think overthinking is a personality trait. And they think tawakkul, trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is something you switch on when life gets heavy. None of that is true. Burnout is not a signal that you are weak. It is a signal that you have been doing the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the work of your boss, the work of your family, the work of your community, and the work of your own future, all at the same time with the energy of one human being. Overthinking is not you being smart. It is you trying to control outcomes that were never placed in your hands. And tawakkul, real tawakkul, is not a feeling. It is a posture. It is how you stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after you have done your part. So before we go any further, save this video somewhere, you'll see it again, because the next time your chest tightens at 11 p.m. with a list of fears that won't stop scrolling, you're going to need to come back to this. Let's slow down and look at where this all begins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in her Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. Surah Al-Baqarah verse 286. Now read that again slowly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say Allah will not burden you. He said He will not burden you beyond what you can bear. Which means, and this is where many of us get it wrong, the burden you are feeling right now is real. He sees it. He acknowledges it. He is not pretending your life is easy, but He is also telling you something gentle underneath that verse. If it is on your shoulders, you can carry it. And if you can't, then it was never yours to carry in the first place. That is the first correction. You are not failing. You are overcoped. You have taken responsibility for things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not assign to you. The outcome of that interview, the future of your children's hearts, the opinion of that one relative, the exact day your dua will be answered, the version of yourself you were supposed to be by now. None of that is your job. Now, let's talk about overthinking, because I know how it feels. You lie down at night and your mind opens like a browser with 40 tabs. You replay the conversation from 3 days ago. You imagine the email you haven't received yet. You rehearse the worst case version of tomorrow, and somewhere in your mind, a quiet voice tells you, this is responsible. This is being prepared. This is what mature people do. That voice is lying to you. Overthinking is not preparation. Preparation has a stopping point. Overthinking does not. Preparation ends with action. Overthinking ends with exhaustion. The Prophet Muhammad taught us a dua for moments like this. Moments when the mind will not let the heart rest. He used to say, seek refuge in you from anxiety and grief, from helplessness and laziness. This dua is recorded in Sahih Bukhari. Notice something. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not say, oh Allah, take away my responsibilities. He said, oh Allah, protect me from the weight of carrying them alone. That is the difference. You are not asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove your life. You are asking Him to walk through it with you. Now we come to the word everyone misuses. Most people think tawakkul means letting go, doing nothing, sitting back and waiting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fix it. That is not tawakkul. That is avoidance dressed in religious language. There is a famous incident narrated in Jammi where a man came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asked whether he should leave his camel untied and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, tire your camel, then place your trust in Allah. In one sentence, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam corrected centuries of confusion. Tawakkul is not the absence of effort. It is the peace that comes after the effort. You send the resume and then you trust. You have the hard conversation and then you trust. You take the medicine. You study for the exam. You show up for your children and then you trust. Tawakkul begins where your control ends, not before. So let's bring this home. If you are burned out, overthinking and spiritually tired, here is the honest reset. Take a piece of paper tonight or your phone notes, wherever you'll actually see it, and write 2 columns on the left. Right. What is mine on the right? Right. What is Allah's on your side? Your effort, your prayer, your honesty, your kindness, your showing up, the action on His side, the result, the timing, the hearts of other people, the future, the healing, the provision. Now look at your week. Look at the things keeping you up at night and ask yourself gently, which column have I been living in? If you've been living on Allah's side of the page, no wonder you're tired. You were never built to carry that. Come back to your side. Do your part and let Him do His. I want to say one more thing before we close, and I want you to hear it the way a father would say it to a child who has been trying too hard for too long. You are allowed to rest. Rest is not weakness. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam slept. He sat down. He smiled. He took breaks. He turned to Bilal and said, comfort us with the prayer, O Bilal, recorded in Abidaw. The salah itself was a place of rest for him. If our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most beloved of all creation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, allowed himself to be comforted, who told you that you weren't allowed to be? So tonight, before you sleep, do something small. Make wudu slowly. Pray 2 rakas without rushing. And whisper to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, I have done what I can. The rest is yours. That sentence said with a tired heart is worth more than 1,000 sleepless nights of overthinking. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lift the weight from your chest. May He give you the peace that no schedule, no success, and no person can give you. And may He teach you the kind of trust that finally lets you.